Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to Datatrics Academy. In this video, I will show you how to create touchpoints. Let's get started. After logging into Datatrics, click on the journey you created. To create a touchpoint for a buying phase in this customer journey, click on Add a new touchpoint. Over here, you will find touchpoints we created to get you inspired. You can also view your own over here and create new ones based on existing touchpoints. This can save you a lot of time in styling and targeting your new touchpoints. In this video, we'll create one from scratch, so you can see the whole process. First up is naming your touchpoint. Give it a descriptive name so you and your colleagues can easily identify it later. After naming your touchpoint, you need to choose a touchpoint type. In this video, I'll show you how to create a website recommendation. Information about other types can be found on help.datatrics.com. Next up is assigning content to the touchpoint. When choosing all content, the touchpoint will be able to show all content you connected to Datatrics. Most of the time, you will choose to filter or select content. When selecting, you can search for content items and assign them to the touchpoint. If you apply a filter, you can easily assign a lot of content to the touchpoint and it stays up to date. After selecting or filtering your content, you can change the appearance of this website recommendation. You can set its position. You can change its layout. And you can also alter its elements. By default, the elements contain variables of content item fields, such as their name and description. You can also change these variables to different fields, or you can replace them with static content. If you want, you can change the call to action and how it behaves. For example, you can change to open the URL in a new tab. You're also free to change or add even more to the website recommendation by adding custom HTML, CSS and JavaScript. After changing the appearance of your website recommendation, you can add a few extra settings, such as scheduling your touchpoint. If you want to target this touchpoint to a specific audience, you can set custom targeting over here. For example, you can choose to not show this recommendation to website visitors on product pages. It's also possible to change the conversion this touchpoint needs to focus on. This is useful for newsletter sign-up touchpoints, for example. One of the last settings for this touchpoint is choosing when to show it. By default, our algorithm chooses for each and every customer when it is the best time to show them the touchpoint. Some customers are willing to click on a notification on their first page view. Others can be annoyed by this, so the algorithm will wait a few page views or seconds to show the touchpoint. If you want, you can choose to trigger a touchpoint based on a fixed trigger, such as on exit intent, after a fixed amount of time, or at a certain scroll height. Besides defining when to show it, you can also close it after a fixed amount of time. Setting frequency caps per user or per touchpoint is also possible. When everything is set, you can preview the touchpoint on your website. The testing parameter can be pasted after every URL of your website, as long as our tracking script is on the page. If you're happy with the results, the last thing to do is to publish the touchpoint. Make sure the journey or campaign it is part of is also published. Otherwise, it won't be shown to your website visitors. Speaking of campaigns, they are an awesome way to target specific audiences based on your business ruling. I'll tell you more about campaigns in the next video.